Hello, everybody, and welcome to my powerlifting journey. My name is DJ Seegers. I'm 19, and I go to school currently at Lancaster Bible College up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm creating this channel to show everyone my journey of powerlifting. I think I can provide a unique perspective on it that I don't really see that's in the media now. And by media, I mean social media in terms of Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Right now, I have this interesting perspective as I'm a college student and I'm on the run up and down the road back from here to Maryland, and soon it'll be South Carolina. And something that's really hard to do through all of that is try to maintain and progress in my strength goals as a powerlifter when you're on the move constantly. It's quite difficult to do. So I think I can provide a unique perspective on that. And this is, to put it simply, this is a great incentive and it's a passion. And what I mean by that is I have had this passion for content creation since I was really young. I started being a graphic designer around 7 years ago, and it was something that just really appealed to me to be able to create something that people would like, and not even necessarily to do it as a job for money, but just being able to sit down, think about something, and create it. It's honestly one of the most satisfying things to see someone else enjoy what you've created and have it bring a passion or happiness in their life is something that has always inspired me. So along those backgrounds of graphic design, I also have a bit of a background in photography. For about 3 years now, I've been doing amateur photography, and more recently I've been shooting more events as I've been more involved in my communication program. That is my major that I am studying in school right now. I'm a sophomore and first semester sophomore. In the communication program, we are studying things in terms of publication and essentially just how to get your message out to the world. That's the basis of communication. In that, we have radio production, TV production, newspaper production. We get this great opportunity to focus on media creation in terms of broadcasting our message out to the world. And this has been a side project of mine that I've wanted to start for a while, just this entire channel with documenting my progress through my journey of powerlifting. It's been a goal of mine for a while, and the past 2 weeks I've seriously taken it to heart to try to create something and officially, just throw myself out there, see what happens. As I said, I think I can provide a unique perspective on this all, as powerlifting is such a personalized sport. Everyone gains strength differently. Everyone has their own method of training. Fitness is such a personalized thing. So I'm hoping that I can provide my unique perspective on it when it comes to my journey and how that may be able to benefit other people. I want to talk about my progression of powerlifting so far. When I first started lifting, I was around 10th or 11th grade in high school. And my dad actually had bought me my first little weight bench from Walmart of all places. It was this tiny little, standard 1-inch bar with plastic 15-pound weights. But I remember 2 or 3 times a week I would be out in my, garage in North Carolina where it was 95 degrees and even hotter in the garage. And I would lift 2 to 3 times a week just doing simple 3x10 rep schemes, and it was nothing special with low weight, but I honestly fell in love with just lifting. And my mom would tell me since I was really little that I would used to want to pick up really heavy things that were much larger than me, and move them from point A to point B. And I guess that's just kind of something that I developed over the years that I never lost over the years. It's just one of those joys of me being able to pick up something very large, much larger than myself. And honestly, I kind of fell in love with that and kind of moved after 10th or 11th and 12th grade year, beginning of in high school, beginning of 11th through the beginning of 12th, I really picked up CrossFit. One of the things that I loved about CrossFit was the fact that it gave me the ability to train like an athlete, and that it treated me like an athlete, and I had to treat my body like an athlete. And when you would get done with a workout or workout of the day or whatever, you would feel like, oh man, I have good sweat on, I have accomplished something. And that was really appealing to me because I had just stopped playing football, I think the previous year, in end of 10th grade. I had loved football since I was 3 years old. I'm sure I loved football when I was 3 years old, but I started playing when I was in third grade and stopped playing when I was in 10th due to just lack of love for the competitiveness that was starting to actually set in at the time. And when I was in high school, it stopped becoming a game, and it started becoming, man, some scouts are coming to watch my teammates. Man, I really have to start digging in. And it's not that I was lazy, it was just that I enjoyed the game for what it was. I didn't enjoy the game because I wanted to be better than everyone else. I loved the camaraderie with the teammates, and I loved just the game itself. But unfortunately, I had some bad experiences on my last team where it was just kind of killed for me. And also I started branching out in terms of other ways of fitness, and that's when I found weightlifting. And that's what was so appealing to me about CrossFit, is that when you got done with the workouts, it felt like you were an athlete. It felt like, man, I've done strenuous conditioning, I've done strenuous weight training, and as I progressed through CrossFit a tiny bit, I started to realize, you know, it's great and all being conditioned, and I still keep those standards to myself today as a powerlifter. I still, want to make sure that I can run a 6:30 mile, and that I'm not, huffing and puffing after walking up a flight of stairs, and physique is still important to me. But I really fell in love with in chasing numbers, and not in a negative way. I fell in love with wanting to really, really get strong, and that's when I was transitioning from high school to my first year of college. A lot of changes were being made, and that's where I had met my first roommate, and he had been a personal trainer and an avid powerlifter for the past 5 years at least. And he's the one who really dug into me and started teaching me the basics of powerlifting, and he's continued to be my advisor throughout my powerlifting career, or should I say weightlifting career. RPS is holding the meet at McMillan Training Systems, and I am really excited to do my first meet there. It'll be a fun experience, and in terms of numbers that I'm going to try to hit, I'm going to try to hit numbers that I know that I can achieve just to get a solid first meet down, and maybe my second meet I'll start pushing towards some higher PRs, some stuff that I've never hit. But for this first meet, I'm going to try to nail some solid numbers down, maybe maybe pull together to a total of around 1,200. So it should be good, and I think it'll be easily attainable. And for the next few 80 some days, I will be training towards my first meet, and I am wanting to take you guys along with me, and I think it'll be great to show my journey throughout this progress. I can't wait to bring you guys along my journey of powerlifting and of my first meet. It'll be really exciting to see where everything goes, and hopefully as I go through this process of content creation, I'll fall in love with it more, and I'll be able to put out better content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.